the blue again. Coach Rachel there making sure the guidelines are straight up and down. Using her volleyball height to the advantage where the ref couldn't quite reach it. That is Haley wearing number 31. If you watched the game earlier, I got that wrong. And so Haley wearing 31 today. Not her normal uniform number. So she's normally number 20. She's on the far upper left-hand side of your screen. Cam is there in the middle wearing number 4. Kiki on the right wearing 29. In the back row, number 1, Maddie. In the center, number 3, our libero, Leah. And serving from the bottom of your screen here in just a minute, number 11, Sahiti. Ref moving over. And we are about ready to get underway. To the Lambert fans watching, I know there's a couple of you. It's great to have you join us. While I do hope your team loses, I hope it's a good game. All right, we're underway. Sahiti with a good first one. Dug out. Number 1 pops it nice and high. Maddie moves it forward. Sahiti to Haley. Haley with a spike. Woo, a good dig and save. Sahiti's right there, sends it back over. 1 to 5 to 13, who does manage to get it over. Kiki to Cam. Cam back to Kiki. Kiki sends it over. 1 to 35 and 15 just misses the spike. First point drawn by the War Eagles. All right, here we go. Second point, second serve. Sent over early. Kiki responds quickly, sends it over. 35 gets there. Middle hitter takes that one. Maddie with a dig. That's Sahiti. Sahiti to Cam. 44 is going to send it over as the outside hitter. Finds the hole in front of Sahiti and next to Haley. Longhorns get their first point. Now we have a tie game, 1-1. And number 1 serving. So we got our ones all over the place. Leah down to a knee, tries to get there. That's an ace, though, for the Longhorns. As Leah's response a little delayed there, almost like she got stuck to the ground. There's your serve, goes wide. No, inbounds. Haley's surprised by it. That's a Longhorn ace, but both the line ref and the main ref, line judge and the ref calling it inbounds. There's your next one. Nice floater to Leah. Leah moves it to Sahiti. Sahiti to Cam. Cam towards the back. Inside hitter takes it, finds the hole behind. But we have a net call by number 10, I believe, giving the War Eagles the point and Kiki the chance to serve. Here goes Kiki's serve. It's a good one right over the net. Good shot. Bumped over. Leah's there this time. That's Sahiti. Sahiti to Maddie up front. Maddie sends it towards the back. 1 handles that. That's over to 35. Outside hitter sends it. Inside hitter sends it way long. And once again, we have a tie ball game at 3-all. Cleared the serve. Kiki serves it. Ooh, good dig by 13. Move back towards the outside. Sent over. Leah's right there. That's Sahiti. Sahiti to Maddie. Maddie with a good spike, but a long one. Goes deep outside the court. 4 points for the Longhorns. We have a substitution. Kiki and Ashley swapping out. Ashley wearing her blue 18 today. There's your serve. Leah watches it go, and it's inbounds. That's an ace. I'm actually standing on that line, and that was in. caught the back corner, didn't even actually hit, or back center, didn't even actually hit the line. Based on the camera angle, you probably can't see that, but it was inbounds. There we go again. They let it go long. This time it does go long. Good call by Ashley, pulling her hands down right at the last minute. Piper has come in. Leah now to serve. Right over the net. I thought that was going to go into it. So, wow, that was like a steel rope. Number 19 hits it into the net. Here, fishy, 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 fishy. Here, fishy, 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 fishy. Net, net, net. 5-all. Oh, Leah catches the top of the net this time. Longhorns get the point. Leah getting high fives and taps all around. Number 19 for the Longhorns to serve. There's the jump serve right at Ashley. Ashley gives that to Sahiti. Sahiti gives it to Maddie, who sends it over with a bump towards the back of the court. Handled. Middle hitter is going to take that. Piper tips it. Ashley gets there. Sahiti to Haley. Haley with a spike. Here comes the Longhorn response with the inside hitter. Inside hitter hits it into the net because that's a net. Fishy, fishy, fishy. 6-all. This time we'll have Haley serving. There's the serve. Number 5, the libero, handles that. That's going to go to the outside hitter. Outside hitter hits it long, catches, goes right over Ashley and catches the back of the court. That was a solid 6 or 7 inches in from the back of the court. We'll have a double substitution right now. Looks like Sahiti and Cassidy and Haley and Sima making the substitutions. Double substitution also for the Longhorns. All right, here we go. 6-7, number 33 to serve. There's the serve, nice easy floater. Leah's right there. That's to Sima. Sima this time to Piper. Piper goes up, and Piper gets the kill as she pushes it through the block, and it drops down. All right, Ashley coming out, Kiki coming in, and Maddie to serve. There's Maddie's serve. It's a good one right over the net. That's an ace, folks. Maddie gets herself an ace. A-C-E, ace. Let's see what happens now. Another good one. Rolls over the net. Gets herself an ace just barely. But, woo! Good thing that net flexed a little bit. Maddie gets herself an ace. Not quite the way you want to do that, but we will absolutely take it. Maddie again, this time the other side of the court. Dug out. Number 5 pops it high to the outside hitter, and time is called as the ball comes onto the court. We are going to do that again, folks. Here we go again. Maddie with another serve. Strong one right at 5. Fight at the net. Both Piper and Sahiti there. Piper and Kiki. 29 Kiki called for hitting the net. The ref is definitely watching that closely. All right, we got a substitution on our side. Looks like Maddie for Kylie. Kylie comes on for Maddie. All right, here we go again. Kiki. Leah moves it back towards the middle. This is going to be hard. Kylie calls for it. Kylie rolls it over. Kylie with a back row kill. Kylie gets herself a back row kill as no one able to handle that. Leah and Cam swap out so Piper can serve. Piper serving middle of the court, right below you. There's the serve. It's a good one. With a dig. Here comes the third and brings it back over. That's Kylie. That's Cassidy has to move. Cassidy does. Good, quick reaction. Here comes the return from the inside hitter. It's spiked. Piper's right there, though. That's to Sima. Sima to Kiki. Kiki with a good hit. And Kiki with a kill! As Kiki gets there and pushes it through. Piper now to serve again. 11-8. Here goes Piper again. Piper serves. Looks like it's going to go way wide, and it does. It hits the guide post, which is immediately out of bounds. Piper and Leah swapping. All right, Longhorns to serve here. And that's an ace after the tip. 10-11. 32 is serving for the Longhorns. That's right into the net. That's a War Eagle point. 12. All right, we're going to have a double substitution, I expect. Yep. Cassidy and Sahiti are swapping, so Sahiti will be serving. Sima and Haley will be substituting as Haley comes onto the court. So Sahiti serving. Sahiti actually starts right of center. Then she'll be below the camera view, but she is now in motion. There's the serve. Both of them get there, manage to get it. Middle hitter takes it. Middle hitter finds the hole with a pushover. I mean, there was a big hole there. The main ref yelling at the line judge on the far side of the court for not making any calls. All right, number one's going to be serving for the Longhorns, down by 1. There's your serve. That's Kylie. Kylie ends up sending it all the way over the net. They return it accidentally over the net and get a 12th point. That 12th point ties the game up. Number one's going to serve. That's not what we wanted to see there. That one just basically fell in. There's the serve. It looks like it should be wide, but nope, it wasn't. Kylie was there. Sahiti to Haley. Haley towards a strong hit to the back. 35 handled it, though. It's going to get returned. This time, though, Leah's standing there. Sahiti moves it forward again to Haley. Haley hits it. We're going to repeat this. 35-19, 19-5. 5 sends it over. That good reaction. Ooh. And good conversation. Good with an over-the-top kill for Haley. Haley, surprised she did it, but quick reaction made that possible. All right, Maddie and Kylie are substituting out now as Maddie comes in. All right, we're going to have Kiki serving. There's the serve. It's a good one. That's an ace! Also a fun little highlight as that number 5 tried to dig it. And that hit number 19 in the back of the head. Ref demanding that she's checked on, given that she was hit in the head. Ref's making sure, really wants to, CTE procedures, making sure people are not getting hurt. There's the next serve, goes across. That's 13. 13 over to 1. 1 back to 13 in the back row. Back row finds a kill slot right, kind of in between Leah, Maddie, and Kiki all at the same time. Kiki and Ashley are swapping out. There's our serve. Ashley's right there for that one. That's Sahiti. Sahiti to Haley. Haley across court with a good one that after some luck, they get that over. I got to be honest, I do not know how they got that over. Leah was in a bad spot. She didn't really have much of a choice on how she had to play that one. There's your serve. Maddie's there this time. Leah and Sahiti come running in. Maddie's going to send it back over the net, which she does. And it was out of bounds. And the Longhorns take their first lead of the day. All right, here we go again. That's Ashley. Ashley to Sahiti. Sahiti gets herself a kill as that ball makes it over the net and basically just drops in. Leah's going to get to go again as Piper comes into the middle of court. Both her and Maddie laughing about how that one turned out. Leah, good shot, straight at number 5. Inside hitter's going to take it. Inside hitter goes wide. War Eagles take the point. The line judge somewhat paying attention there. Very delayed in the response, unfortunately, but got there. All right, there's the serve. Number 5 handles that one, though. It's right at the net. This time it's Piper with a quick reaction. Sahiti flat-footed sends it right in the middle. That's going to be trouble. Piper's there as it comes back over. Sahiti to Maddie. Maddie with a good spike. Maddie with a long spike as it goes long. All right, 16 all. Ooh, good serve, but Maddie's right there for it. That's Sahiti. Sahiti goes over to Haley. Haley with a cross-court spike. Goes wide. Longhorns with the point. All right, here we go again. And that is a very clean ace. Not sure what happened there with South. It was almost like they weren't even watching. 16 to 18. Here we go again. There's your serve. That's Maddie. Maddie to Haley. Haley pops it up high to Sahiti, who calls for it. Sahiti sends it back. The call is in. Catching the back corner. Good shot by Sahiti. Getting herself a kill there, catching the back corner. This will have Haley serving for us. All right, it's a good one. It's a floater. Almost fell in, too. It's going to be hard. 32 sends it over. Leah's right there. Leah to Sahiti. Sahiti to Piper. Piper gets up there. Good save by the Longhorns. Oh, broke the plane under the net, crossing in the South court. That is a South point. 18 all. Here we go again. Good serve. That's an ace, folks. A-C-E, ace. 19 to 18. The War Eagles up by 1. Point by point fight here, folks. All right, there's your next serve. Oh, unfortunately, catches the top of the net and falls back on our side. That'll create your Doubleman Gum, Doubleman substitution moment as Haley and Sima swap, as Cassidy and Sahiti swap. But we also have twice the moment. It's like a Kit Kat bar. 4 substitutions all at once. 4 pieces. All right, 19 all. Number 33 on Lambert to serve. There's your serve. Maddie's right there. Maddie to Sima. Sima pops it up high. Hits the net, though, as she goes to get it. Longhorns get the 20th point. 20 to 19. Here we go again. 33 to serve. There's your floater. Maddie's right there. That's to Sima. Sima goes to Piper. Piper pushes it. Body shots, number 40. Somehow that was recovered. Ashley to Sima. To Cassidy, who unfortunately the set was too close to the net, and she couldn't take any action on that one. War Eagles down by 2 now. There's your serve. Piper's right there. That's to Sima. Sima to Cassidy, who calls for it and sends it over. 33 recovers it. Going back to 40. 40 sends it over. Leah down to a knee, gets there. That's Sima to Cassidy. Cassidy down the line. Goes wide. 22 for Lambert. This is the moment we need to get that ball back. Get that ball back. And we have a timeout called by War Eagles. Not surprising. This is a coaching moment around basically get that ball back. That's what you're going to be looking for. You're also going to be looking that this timeout creates a momentum shift. Lambert's really starting to have some momentum, getting a fair number of points in a row. Even when they do miss a point, they get the ball back right away. So you'll be looking for this timeout to serve the purpose of getting the girls re-engaged and in the right positions, basically mentally resetting them, but also hopefully bugging Lambert a little bit so that Lambert is iced and ruins this next serve. Blue back on the court first is South ready. 33, still your server for Lambert. There's your serve, right to Leah. Leah to Sima, Sima to Piper. Unfortunately, 32 gets up there and blocks it as Piper was a tad out of position. I'm unsure if it was the set or if the setter was out of position, but then that kind of played it out there. There's your next serve, and that ball doesn't even go into the net. This will give the War Eagles a chance, but you hear the crowd being a little tired behind me. Not near as much clapping or energy as you would like to hear right now. Maddie serving. Maddie's got a good serve there. Gets touched, but just barely. But they do handle it. Flat-footed, 33 sends it over to Leah. Leah to Sima. Sima to Piper, but behind Piper. She thought it was for potentially Kiki behind her, and that resulted in the miss. Maddie and Kylie substituting as the Longhorns go for the set point. All right, Longhorns going for set point. Here we go. Bryn and Leah hit each other. The ball was on our side of the court when it was hit, and the shout is, "You can't do that." Piper gets to serve here, down by 3. Cam comes in to substitute up front. Piper gets to serve. Number 5 handles that. That's 33. Inside hitter takes it. Piper gets out there. That's Sima. Sima to Cam. Cam sends it over. Getting ready for the return. 33 back to that inside hitter with a good spike. Down to an ease. Piper, though. Here comes Sima. Sima to Cam. Cam sends it over. And that is dug out. What a save. Piper to Sima. Sima this time to Cassidy. Cassidy having the flat foot it. Gets it over. Cassidy gets herself a kill as she finds the spot they couldn't respond from. Piper gets to go again. There's your serve. Drops in. 33 is going to give it to the middle hitter. Middle hitter spikes it right at Kylie. Kylie to Piper to Kiki. Lots of touches. I think that's 3. That's 4. I'm guessing they're calling one of them a block. That's all right. Here goes Kiki again. Kiki sends it over. Ooh, that looked painful as she hit the ground, but it's sent over. That's Kylie again. Kiki's going to get another chance at it. Kiki does. Kiki catches the corner. Kiki gets herself a kill. And that causes a white timeout. Sorry, he called the colors out. Lambert timeout. This timeout is going to be, well, basically trying to do the same thing that we tried to do to them. Piper and South have gotten 2 points in a row. One more, and at least 25 points doesn't win the game. So this is going to be all about trying to change and ice Piper out. There's 1 timeout each. Piper still serving. Here we go. Piper serve, clears the net. 13 to 33. 33 gets up, but right there is Cam with the block. Very powerful one. Fight at the net. Double hit is the call. I would argue one of those was a block, but that moves the set along as Lambert wins the set. We'll be going to our second set here in just a moment. All right, we're coming back, folks. Coming off a 25-23 loss. We'll be looking for Lambert to choke a little bit more, or we'll be looking for South to play just a little bit better. It was really a good set all the way back and forth. It was really a back and forth fight on that one. Both sides playing quite well. Unfortunately, of course, we lost. But let's see what we can do this time. We can come back from that. Since the ref isn't up, Coach Rachel taking the opportunity to talk to the team a little bit more, continue to provide some fantastic coaching opportunities. All right. Not sure what Coach Rachel was adding in on that one, but definitely adding something, a little bit in there. So right now, on the court, we have Haley, currently wearing number 31 in the upper left-hand side of your screen on the south side. Cam, number 4. Kiki, number 29. Left-hand side there, back row, number 1, Maddie. Next to her, wearing number 15, Piper. And on the right-hand side of your screen, number 11 is Sahiti. As always, Piper will get swapped out for our libero. Leah will come in once the ref finalizes his review of the starting lineup. All right, there's your substitution as the roster and starting lineup for both teams is cleared and signed off on by the ref. Looks like Lambert gets to serve this one to start, and that'll be number 1 for Lambert. And here we go. There's your serve. Leah's right there for that one. Cam moves it back. Kiki sends it over the net. Number 4, inside here is going to take an inside hitter, finds the hole behind Kiki and in front of Sahiti and Haley. First point goes to Lambert. Here we go. That's Leah. Leah to Sahiti. Sahiti goes behind her to Kiki. Kiki spikes it. Oh, Kiki sends it long, unfortunately. And the first 2 points go to the Longhorns. There's your serve. That's Maddie this time. Sahiti sets it to Cam. Cam with a good spike. Towards the back, handled though. It's going to get returned by the inside hitter again. Inside hitter tries to tip it. Can't. And that's a War Eagle point. And there's a little bit of energy this time from the War Eagles crowd. All right, Kiki serving center directly under the camera. Their serve goes to the left side, outside part of the court. Number 13 is going to take the spike and does. Kiki down to a knee, tries to get there. That ball goes, unfortunately, into the other court. And the Longhorns take an early 3-1 lead. All right, Kiki and Bryn swapping out. Bryn wearing number 17. Now, bottom right-hand side of your screen. There's your serve. Bryn's right there for that one. That's Sahiti. Sahiti moves it to Maddie. Maddie bumps it over the net. Handled by 13. Middle hitter takes that. Middle hitter hits it. Leah tries to get there. Can't. Good kill by the middle hitter. Obviously not what we want, but I can't knock that it was a good play, or wasn't a good play. There's your next serve. Leah's got this one. That's Sahiti. Sahiti to Maddie. Maddie goes up for a spike. 13 handles that. Looks like it's going to get returned inside hitter this time. Over Maddie and in front of Leah. Another Longhorn point. All right, let's see if we can get this ball back. 5-1, not a good start. Bryn tries to handle it, and it is now 6-1. Not the start we want to see right now. South a little off their game. Might be in their head a little much, which is surprising considering they played well the first time. Maddie with a really good spike. It's going to get returned. Bryn to Sahiti. Sahiti to Maddie. Maddie tap-toes at the line and does not go over. The ref impressed with her dancing skills. And that goes wide, and the War Eagles get the point. Woo! That was a bit of fun. Leah is going to serve as Piper comes in for Cam. The ref quite impressed with the dancing. And it looks like Maddie also impressed with her dancing skills. Good serve from Leah. Comes right back over the net, though. Maddie tries to get there, can't. Ball goes wide due to the tip. I think it would have landed anyway, but... Seven to 2. The Longhorns looking too good out there right now. There's the serve. Maddie digs. Piper with a save. Leah gets it over the net. Good play by the three of them. Pushed over. Piper, Leah, Maddie, flat-footed, is able to get it over. Two good plays by the three of them in a row. Haley tries to get there. Can't. Good effort. Coach Rachel upset that the ref missed something. I don't know what the play was that I missed it too, but good effort. Ooh, right into the net. Number 19 misses it. That'll give Haley a chance to serve. On one hand, you don't want to complain about refs, and he seems to have been doing pretty good. But his comment of "I'll try to do better," he is actually being paid for this, so that's it's not the same as like a free Little League umpire or something. Good effort by the girls at the net, not able to handle it though. 3-9. Haley and Simon will be swapping out here, and Ryan and Sahiti will be substituting out. So I'm okay with the miss. It was the comment of "he'll try to do better" that I was like, that's a little insulting. Could just be my perspective, of course, especially knowing they get paid for it. All right, 33 is going to serve. 33 good float serves, but scored a lot of points for Lambert last game. Here we go. Maddie dives and gets there. That's Sima, and Piper sends it over the net just barely. Here comes the return. Oh, it goes over number 15's head, and that ball quickly comes back to the War Eagles. Getting that ball back, exactly what we want. Kiki and Bryn will be swapping out here. Maddie with the serve, and a good one. Libero calls for it and sends it over the net. Nice big floater right to Maddie. Maddie to Simon. Simon to Piper. Piper at the net. Pushes through the first block. That would have been 4 hits anyway. War Eagles get a 5th point. Mad Dog Maddie gets to go again. Good serve, and that's an ace! as Maddie clears the net with a steel rope serve that Lambert was not able to handle. And that, folks, is a Lambert timeout as their coach sees the momentum starting to shift. This is what we like to see, folks. We want Lambert a little bit on their back foot here. We want the South team to have some confidence. They were playing so well, but they really, for a few seconds there, started to look like a different team. Thankfully, though, we are starting to see that come back. All right, let's see what happens here. Did the timeout make a difference as the ref has called for them to get back? It's one timeout each. Should be 1-0, I believe. Correct. 1 for the Longhorns, 0 for the War Eagles. Oh, unfortunately, the icing worked. Maddie getting frozen out, hitting the ball into the net. This will have Kylie coming onto the court as Maddie substitutes out. All right, number 35 is going to be serving for the Longhorns here. South ready to receive. That's Kiki, but Kiki sends it wide with the touch, and that gives the Longhorns an 11th point as it rolled well in to the other court. All right, 35 is going to serve again. The score is 6-11. There's your serve. This time Piper handles it. That's to Sima. Sima goes to Ryan. Ryan sends it over. Number 33 sends it over early. That's Leah. Leah to Sima. Sima goes to the outside. Kiki. Kiki goes deep. Kiki gets herself a kill as she goes to the inside back corner of the court. This will have Piper moving into serve as Cam comes on to play middle. 7-11. Piper gets the serve. Piper gets the ace! A-C-E, ace! Piper with a good, really good serve there. Here we go again, 8-11. Oh, unfortunately, into the net, and that'll have Piper and Leah swapping out. 8-12. Hopefully we can get this ball back quickly here. That's what we're going to be looking as 32 goes to serve. 32 does, and thankfully 32 helps us out. Ball coming straight back to us. War Eagles get a 9th point, and we'll have our normal double substitution. This will have Ryan and Sahiti, and Sima and Haley swapping. This ref definitely a move it along kind of ref. Let's just keep going. Fun attitude. Doesn't screw around. There's the serve. Oh, unfortunately, we give the ball right back to them. Not what we want to see at all. As Sahiti hits it into the lower half of the net. All right, number 1, back kind of the top of the order there. That's Leah. Leah to Haley. Haley survives, but Kylie, not quite able to hit it over the net from the back of the court, flat-footed. A little bit of dancing there by Haley up front to not cross over into the Lambert side of the court. 1 goes again. There's the serve, Leah. Sahiti tries to save it and does. Kiki hits it over. Here comes, nobody returns it as they talk to each other. There was a call, but nobody took it. This will give Kiki a chance to serve. Meanwhile, Kylie and Maddie, never mind. Kylie is staying in. There's Kiki serving. It's a good one. Right over the net. Ooh, returned early. Leah digs, dives. Sahiti, quick thinking, sends it over the net as her team was out of position. Leah's there as number 19 tries to get a quick win. Punched over the net by Haley. Cam goes up for the block, but Cam doesn't need to as that ball falls on their side of the net with no touch. Now Kylie and Maddie are swapping. Maddie now in, Kiki going again. Kiki serves another solid one. 13 handles that. A little bit of confusion, but it's brought over the net on the third hit. That's Kiki, and Maddie's going to go for the spike. Maddie does, but 13 gets there. Flat-footed back to Kiki. Kiki to Sahiti. Sahiti gives it to Haley, who gets it over the net. Haley gets herself a kill as Lambert a little confused on what to do there, but we like that confusion. Now 12-14. There's your serve towards the back of the court. Number 4 handles that. Outside hitter's going to take it with a good spike. Kiki ducks thinking it's behind her. Unfortunately, it was not, and that falls in. This will have Bryn coming in for Kiki. Bryn now in on the court. One of the challenges of playing is you see the black lines behind you, and you think that's the edge of the court, but it goes for another solid 12 inches. All right, flat-footed, there's the return. Quick thinking by Sahiti, she sends it over. Good save by Lambert, though. All right, that's Bryn. Bryn to Sahiti, who punches it over the net. Does a good job not falling into the net. There's your spike. Leah's there. That's Sahiti. Sahiti goes over to Maddie, and Maddie goes cross-court. Here comes the return from the inside hitter. Oh, off Haley's head as Lambert gets the point, but that was Cam's fist to the ball straight into Haley's head. She was laughing, though, so I think she's in good shape. Bryn's there, pops it nice and high. Leah watches it, comes down and moves it to Maddie. Maddie sends it over. Fortunately, Maddie sends it long. 17 points for the Longhorns. Not what we want to see right now, folks. We need this ball back right here. Let's do it. Thank you very much. We did it. As that went straight into the net. Piper comes in. Cam comes out. Leah moves in the serve. Up front row, you see Piper, Maddie, Haley there. Mid-court, you see Sahiti and Bryn. Leah serves it. Number 4 handles it. Maddie's right there, tries to fight for it. Can't, as number 4 gets a lucky kill. Basically floated that ball over the net. It hit the top of the net and rolled over. But it worked, so Lambert gets the ball back right away. Why don't we try that? I like it. Let's do it right now. 18-13, get the ball back. Bryn's right there for that one. Leah moves it forward. Leah to Maddie. Maddie sends it over the net. That's number 19. 19-1. 1 sends it over early. Maddie gets it over the net. All right, Bryn. Bryn to Sahiti. Sahiti goes to Haley. Haley spikes it. Haley gets a kill as she pushes it through the defender. Haley gets the kill and now gets to serve. Good fight there. And like I called, we got the ball back. Let's see how long we can hold on to it. 14-18. Floats over the net as it bounces twice off the net. Haley gets herself an ace. All right, here we go again. Good serve. Handled by the Longhorns. Inside hitter takes it, spikes it well. Bryn's there. Bryn sends it high, tries to break my phone. Haley having a little fun playing the ball off the double bounce. Speaking of doubles, we're going to have a substitution. A double. Sahiti for Ryan. Haley for Sima. Oh, it's our Kit Kat break because there were 4 substitutions right there. All right, 33 is going to serve again. You may remember 33 has more of the float shots, but they've been effective against South today. There's your float. Bryn's right there. Bryn to Sima. Sima this time to Piper. Piper goes up for the spike. 33 was waiting for Piper, though. There's 4. 4 to the inside hitter. Inside hitter straight into the net. 16 points, and Maddie now to serve. Meanwhile, Bryn and Kiki are swapping out as Kiki comes on and Maddie moves in to serve. Here we go, folks. Maddie's serve is a good one. It's deep. Handled, though. Middle hitter's going to take this. Look, it's blocked by Piper. Piper right there just shoves that ball right back over the net. Piper cheering, happy. All three of them, Ryan, Kiki, Piper, smiling about that one. That's an ace, folks! Maddie, with a steel rope right through number 4, gets herself an ace. Now a 1-point deficit. There's the serve. It's going to go back. Did it hit the line? What a weird call. He signaled touch, but he meant out. So that is the official call, is that ball was out. Maddie and Bryn, Maddie and Kylie, excuse me, substituting. All right, 35 for Lambert now to serve. Leah's right there for that one. That goes to Sima. Sima goes to Kiki. Kiki has to, on her back foot, able to push it over the net. Piper goes up for the block. 29, Kiki. That's Kylie. Kylie to Kiki again. Kiki gets off the ground, gets up and gets there. Quick movement. That goes long, folks. And the War Eagles still within 1. Piper serving now as Cam comes in and Leah swaps out. Piper's misses her serve, unfortunately. And Leah is back in as the Longhorns 21-19. There's your serve. All right, Leah's going to move it forward. Kiki's right there and sends it over after Kylie had popped it up. Kiki tries to get there. Kiki jumps. Unfortunately, hits it straight into the net. Lambert now 22. All right, here comes the serve. Nice floater. Kylie's there. Kylie moves it to Sima. Sima pops it to Ryan. Ryan hits it over the net. We're going to return inside hitter. Inside hitter pops it. Kiki's right there. That's Sima back to Kiki. Kiki sends it over. 33-32. Hit from their middle hitter. Oh, Sima tries to get there. Not quite able to. Ends up, the ball goes wide. 19-23. This is where we need to lock in. There's the serve. That's Kylie. Kylie to Sima. Sima to Kiki. Kiki with a good spike. Really good spike. Handled, though. That's going to get returned and go wide. That's what we needed. Locking in. All right, here comes those substitutions again. We're going to have Sahiti coming in for Ryan. We're going to have Haley coming in for Sima. We'll be looking for Sahiti to put a little bit of the team on her back here and see how far she can carry them. There's the serve. It's a good one. Oh, it got hit back. 33 tries to get there. Quick recovery. Kylie sends it back over. Got to give some credit to Lambert there. Cam gets up. Cam gets the kill. Cam doing a great job getting up there and finding the hole and just putting that ball in it. 23-21. Sahiti again to serve. There's the serve. All right, 35-33, 33-19, who sends it over. And timeout is called as the ball goes onto the court. We're going to do that again, folks. Here we go. And unfortunately, the redo did not work out in our favor. And it is now both set and match point. Not what we want. All right, we're back at the top of their order as well. Number 1, the opening server today, a chance to win both set and match. There's the serve. Leah down to a knee, gets there. That's Sahiti. Sahiti to Kiki. Kiki hits it. Did Kiki get it? No, it goes wide. And the Longhorns win this one, 25-21. All right, folks, if you're watching, I'll be back in about 20 minutes with the third and final match of the day. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed.